Well, there are a number of people to recognize and thank, so let's begin with thanking the Randolph County pork producers for preparing this wonderful meal for us. If we give them a round of applause. Then without the generous donations of our sponsors, this event would not be possible. So please refer to the list of sponsors and advertisers in the booklet, and we have them up on the wall as you were reading today. Be sure to patronize these local businesses and thank them for their generous support. But this time I'd like to recognize the people who've helped make this banquet a success. We'll recognize the committee members, our ag educator Amy Alka, who is not with us this evening, Nancy Best, Doug Calhoun, Aaron Chalfant, Greg Chalfant, Sierra Love, Randy Maggart, Hank Pegg, Brooke Prescott, Mike Reed, Steve Terhar, Sue Thornburg, and myself. Let's give them a round of applause. And also this year we enlisted the help of our county FFA advisors and some members to help us organize and think up some new things to do. So if the following advisors would please stand, we'd like to recognize you for the work you do with the youth in our county. From Monroe Central FFA, we have Christy Thornburg and Jim Weiler. Randolph Central FFA, we have Leah Jacobs and Colton Prescott. Randolph Southern, Cheyenne Fry. And Union City FFA, Cindy Nunez and Ron Smith. Thank you all for your help this year. It was really appreciated. So now we'll get started with our awards, and we'll welcome Sierra Love up here.
All right, the list of award winners begins on page 10. The FFA and 4-H award winners, please follow along in the program and line up in the dining room prior to your name being called. After receiving your award, please go to the north wall to have your picture taken, and there will also be thank you cards with your plaques. So please thank those sponsors. Without them, this recognition would not be possible. So let's start with our dairy cattle evaluations. If you guys want to make your way up to the front and get started. So the dairy evaluation event provides a competitive event for agricultural education students, emphasizing skills in dairy cattle evaluation, selection, and dairy herd management. These awards are all sponsored by Union Go Dairy. The dairy senior top team was the Randolph Central FFA, Noah Heaton, Braxton Bosworth, Braylee Bosworth, and Kim Dirksen. The top individual was Noah Heaton. The dairy cattle junior for the top team was Union City FFA, Miranda Clark, Addison Thornburg, Mila Fuse, with the top individual, Miranda Clark. The Livestock Career Development event provides a competitive event for agricultural education students, emphasizing skills in the livestock industry, including evaluation, selection of desirable traits, communication, and decision-making skills and management. The Livestock Senior Top Team was Winchester Black, Cole Jester, Ethan Baldwin, Bretton Basford, and the award sponsor was Schaefer Gold Rush. The top individual was Cole Jester, award sponsored by Wilson Livestock. The Livestock Junior top team was the Randolph Central 4-H, Addison Shandy, Nate Winkle, Lucas Reed. Award was sponsored by Baldwin Feed and Supply. Top individual was Addison Shandy. Award sponsored by the Farmer Achievement Committee. The Rabbit Ambassador Contest is dedicated to recognizing youth who excel in their general knowledge of rabbits. their ability to identify breeds and varieties of rabbits, and their ability to determine the quality of an animal through a comprehensive examination process. Congratulations to Deborah Poling for representing Randolph County. The award sponsor was the Randolph County Rabbit Years 4-H Club. The Livestock Skill-A-Thon trains participants in production practices and management of livestock. Event participants learn to make their own and team decisions based upon the best available information. Event areas include breed identification, equipment identification, feed identification, retail cuts of meats, quality assurance, and an industry quiz. The Skill-A-Thon Junior was the Junior Division Awards are sponsored by Apex Ag Solution, and the top team was Monroe Central, Max Wagner, Cameron Friend, and Maddox Taylor. Top individual was Max Wagner. For the Skill-A-Thon Senior, the top team was Randolph Central, Cole Jester, Zoe Whitehead, Braylee Bosworth, Kelly Baldwin. Award sponsor, Schaefer Gold Rush. The top individual was Cole Jester, sponsored by Apex Ag Solutions. The purpose of the Meat CDE is to allow members to demonstrate mastery skills in the areas of identification and evaluation, allowing for students to be more knowledgeable consumers of meat and meat products. These awards are sponsored by Chris and Zoe Robinson. The top team was Randolph Central, Zoe Whitehead, Cole Jester, Brooklyn Irwin, and Maddox Rose. The top individual was Zoe Whitehead. The purpose of the Soils Evaluation Career Development event is to demonstrate understanding and mastery in determining soil physical properties and corresponding best use management practices for farmland and/or homesite development. We are recognizing these students' accomplishments tonight. Their trophies were sponsored by the Randolph County SWCD and were awarded to them at the SWCD Banquet. The Soils top team was Randolph Central, Kim Dirksen, Zoe Whitehead, Paige Clott, and Maddox Rose. The top individual was Rylan Blunt, Union City FFA. For the junior top team, we had Randolph Central, Addison Bogue, Gatlin Patterson, and Trinity Culbertson. Top individual was Addison Bogue. The Entomology Contest is composed of identifying 50 out of a possible 150 insect specimens. Contestants need to know the common and order name of each insect. The contest also includes quiz questions. Thank you to Apex Ag Solution for sponsoring these awards. The Entomology Senior top team was Union City, Addison Thornburg, Milo Hughes, Jacob Thornburg, and Nevaeh Brower. The top individual was Addison Thornburg. And now we will have Nancy come up and continue these awards.
Thank you, Sierra. The pork producers would like to recognize Wicks Pies for donating our wonderful desserts tonight, so we'd like to thank them. So we're on to crops. So the Crops Career Development event is designed to create interest and promote understanding in agronomy by evaluating various areas, including crops, weeds, seeds, insects, disease, and deficiencies, and grain evaluation through agricultural education. Our Crops Junior for the top team is Union City, Miguel Luciano, Gabe Tapp, Evan Sanders, Xavier Hill, and this award is sponsored by seed consultants John and Kevin Fraze. And our top individual is Andy Watson from Monroe Central, and that award is sponsored by East Central Ag Crop Insurance. Our Crop Senior, the top team, is Randolph Southern, Olivia Kiesling, Maddie Hale, Wyatt Shin, Whitney Sharp, and that award is sponsored by seed consultants John and Kevin Fraze. And our top individual is Olivia Kiesling from Randolph Southern, and that award donation is from East Central Ag Crop Insurance. So we're on the milk quality and products. And the milk quality products event is created to enhance the learning activities related to milk quality, federal milk marketing attributes of milk products, and substitutes for them. The focus of this career development event is on achievement of high quality raw milk, federal milk marketing orders, and attributes of the selected products of milk. All these awards are sponsored by Union Go Dairy. So our top team is Monroe Central, Zachary Lee, Gracie Lee, and Jared Smith. And our top individual is Zachary Lee. And so our Milk Quality Products Junior, our top team is Union City. Gabe Tapp, Josiah Plessinger, Navala Brower, and the top individual is Gabe Tapp. So on to forestry now. The Forestry Contest is used to stimulate student interest and promote forestry instruction and agriculture education, and to provide recognition for those who have demonstrated skills and competencies as a result of the forestry instruction. So our top team in forestry is Monroe Central. That's Gracie Lee, Maddie Friend, Zach Lee, and Crystal Richmond. And our award is sponsored by Frank Miller Lumber Company. And our top individual is Gracie Lee, and that award is sponsored by First Rate Industries. So on to horse and pony. The purpose of the horse evaluation career development event is to stimulate the study and interest of equine science selection, management, and production through agriculture education. These awards are sponsored by Randolph Riders 4-H Club. Our top team is Monroe Central, Kristen Northcutt, Crystal Richmond, Lauren Harris, and this team placed 4th in the state and qualified the American Quarter Horse Congress, where they placed 14th. Great job, ladies. And our top individual is Kristen Northcutt. On to horticulture. The purpose of the horticulture career development event is to allow members to demonstrate mastery skills in identification, production, and marketing and buying of flower, fruit, vegetable, and ornamental crops. And thank you to Apex Solutions for sponsoring these awards. Our top team is Monroe Central, Julia Smith, Vivian Smith, and Carly Hunt. And our top individual is Julia Smith. So on to floriculture. That career event required students to identify plants, judge flower arrangements, and solve problems. Participants also demonstrate skill in flower arranging, propagation, and preparation of floral and foliage products for sale. Thank you to Chris and Zoe Robinson for sponsoring these awards. The top team is Monroe Central, Kristen Northcutt, Gracie Lee, Maddie Friend, Catherine Duncan, and the top individual is Gracie Lee. So on to small engines. The main goal of the small engine career development event is to interest and prepare high school students for rewarding careers in mechanics service field. This event places emphasis on the importance of high quality workmanship. The objectives include developing communication skills, teamwork skills, problem solving skills, and to enhance research and analytical skills. This award is sponsored by Apex Ag Solution. And the top 10 team is Monroe Central, Zach Lee, and Lane Anderson. So we're going to switch back to Sierra, and she's going to announce outstanding 4-H members.
Okay, for our first year member, we're going to recognize our outstanding first year 4-H member, given in memory of Mary Snyder. This year's outstanding first year member had a very busy 4-H year. Their projects included meat goats, shooting sports, foods, photography, rabbits, and sheep. Her awards received for these projects comprised of 3 blue ribbons, 2 blue awards, 6 champions, 8 reserve champions, 1 reserve grand champion, 1 selected for state fair. 7 first placings, 2 second placings, 2 fourth placings, 2 third overall, and 1 fourth overall. This busy, outstanding first year 4-H member is Paige Sickles. The Top Dairy Award is sponsored by the Randolph County DHIA, This year's honoree is a 10-year 4-H member as well as a 10-year dairy member. During his tenure, Dave Smithson's accomplishments include 15 first placings, 10 second placings, 3 junior champions, 2 senior champions, 2 champions, 2 reserve champions, 4 grand champions, and 7 reserve grand champions. Congratulations, Gage, on your outstanding accomplishments as a 10-year 4-H member. Next, we'll move to our Livestock Awards. The All Outstanding Livestock Awards are sponsored by the Farmer Achievement Committee. To kick off the Livestock Awards, we will begin with the 3rd place Livestock Award winner. This distinguished 9-year 4-H member has participated in swine, dairy beef feeder, and meat goats. Her awards have included 30 first placings, 18 second placings, 15 third placings, 24 champions, 8 reserve champions, 11 grand champions, 1 reserve grand champion, and has been the round robin champion. If you haven't guessed this outstanding 4-H member, it's JC Tinsman. The 2nd place livestock honoree was a 10-year 4-H member. During that time, he showed meat goats, poultry, rabbits, pigeons, and waterfowl. His many livestock accomplishments consist of 74 first place, 48 second place, 18 third placings, 18 fourth place, 30 reserve champions, it's cut off by my hole punch, something amount of champions, 8 reserve grand champions, and 7 grand champions. Congratulations to our 2nd place 4-H livestock exhibitor, Ian Blunt. This year's outstanding 4-H livestock exhibitor is an 8-year 4-H member. This outstanding member has participated in dairy goats, sheep, beef feeder calves, swine, beef, and meat goats. His accomplishments include 93 first placings, 29 second placings, 18 third placings, 19 fourth place, 67 champions, 23 reserve champions, 2 grand champions, and 6 reserve grand champions. Cole has also won the round robin. Congratulations to Cole Jester for being the outstanding 4-H livestock member. Congratulations to all of our Livestock Award winners. Next, Zoe Robinson will come up to present the Sheep Producer Award.
Right. Tonight, the Randolph County Sheep and Goat Producers would like to recognize Dwayne Sickles for his years of service and dedication to this organization. Dwayne has served as the treasurer for the Randolph County Sheep and Goat Producers for 36 years. He is a past president of the Randolph County 4-H Incorporated and served on Randolph County Extension Board. His passion for this industry started at a young age. Dwayne started his Suffolk sheep flock as a 4-H project. He purchased 9 ewes and a ram in partnership with his dad. As his flock continued to expand through his own replacements and purchases from other breeders, Dwayne and Marcia have expanded their operation into meat goats as well. This January marked his 65th lamb crop. I personally had the opportunity to have Dwayne serve as a mentor, employer, and close family friend. I know I'm not the only person who has been positively influenced by Dwayne Sickles. He is a hard-working family man that always has a great story to share with others. Now that Dwayne is taking a step back from his roles with the Randolph County sheep and goat producers, we know he'll be spending lots of quality time with family. Dwayne and Marcia have 2 sons, Dexter and Greg, along with Greg's wife Jeanette and 7 grandkids. I know that Dwayne is going to enjoy watching his granddaughter grow up in the livestock industry and share the passion he has for agriculture. You can certainly see the joy in his eyes watching his granddaughter Paige exhibit the 3rd and 4th overall meat goats, reserve grand and 3rd overall market lands, and excelling in showmanship in her first year of 4-H. I remember watching Dwayne and Marcia smiling from ear to ear and absolutely beaming to see her hard work pay off. I think Dwayne might have shed a couple tears at the backdrop. Dwayne has certainly laid the foundation for his family in the livestock industry, Christmas tree operation, and crop production. I think we can all say we are excited to see what the future has in store for Dwayne and the entire Sickles family. Dwayne, thank you for your years of service, passion, and dedication to Randolph County. Mike Reed will now present the Swine and Beef Producer Awards. Also, Dwayne is receiving a shepherd's hook. That just kind of shows the dedication and the passion and the hard work that it takes, especially on the sheep operation. So, thank you.
I'll first be announcing the Pork Producer Award. Our nominee for the Pork Producer Award was born and raised in Randolph County and was a 10-year 4-H member. Growing up, this nominee raised his own show pigs for 4-H, and then after high school graduation, began working for Doubletree Swine out of Modoc. Later, this individual started working for Schaefer Superior Genetics for 14 years and is currently with Best Way Disposal. For the last 12 years, our nominee, along with his wife of 23 years and 5 children, run their own show pig operation in farmland. This nominee has accomplished raising, showing, and selling many champions throughout his lifetime. His passion and knowledge for the swine industry shows in the pigs he produces. He also enjoys helping young individuals in the show pig and 4-H circuit. Can everyone please join me in congratulating Joe Tinsman? Next, I'll announce the 2022 Beef Producer Award. Today, we have the honor of recognizing an individual who has significantly impacted the beef industry and Randolph County agriculture as a whole. The award winner contributes to the beef industry by running a very competitive show cattle operation. The individual has helped countless young showmen and families accomplish championships at the county, state, and national levels. In 2020, his cattle company raised and showed the national champion Key Bull. This bull won at North American in Louisville and the Cattlemen's Classic in Oklahoma City. He was also named the National Show Bull of the Year. At the 2021 Shorthorn Nationals, his cattle also raised the Grand Champion Shorthorn Plus. In addition to this, he's been a great mentor to many young people in the cattle industry. Has always lent a helping hand to anyone in need. He's helped with the Mini 4-H project and encouraged many young 4-Hers to show in beef species. Our award winner spends most weekends working in his barn or traveling the country fitting cattle and working with the youth in showmanship, grooming, and teaching. In the fall of 2021, he is elected to the National Board of Directors for the Key Association. He represents the Midwest region. This individual also spends countless hours with his FFA students. Works very hard with his students to reach their full potential and achieve higher than they thought they could. He's a 2010 graduate of Jay County High School. While in school, he's active in many activities, football, FFA, and 4-H. He's also a 2014 graduate of Purdue with Ag Education. Please join me in congratulating the 2022 Beef Producer Award to Mr. Colton Prescott. Next Sierra level will announce our scholarship winners.
This year, the Farmer Achievement Committee is pleased to award 4 $250 scholarships to the Randolph County youth who are furthering their education in an agriculture-related field. I received this award 5 years ago, and it's great to be a part of this and give back to the community and keep on this scholarship. So the first scholarship winner is Ryan Calhoun. Ryan is the son of Charles and Erica Calhoun. He will be a 2022 graduate of Monroe Central High School. Ryan has also participated in FFA. He plans on attending the University of Northwestern Ohio and major in agricultural equipment technologies and diesel mechanics. Congratulations, Ryan. The second scholarship recipient is Kimberly Dirksen. She is the daughter of Matt and Paula Dirksen. Kimberly will be a graduate of the Winchester Community High School. She is also a 4-year 4-H FFA member. Following graduation, Kimberly plans on attending Purdue University. She plans on studying agribusiness management while at Purdue. Boiler up, Kimmy. The next recipient is Madeline Friend. She is the daughter of Matthew and Bri Friend. Madeline will be a spring graduate of Monroe Central High School. Madeline is also a member of the FFA. She plans on attending Iowa State University where she will pursue a degree in swine genetics. Best wishes to Madeline. The final scholarship award goes to Kristen Northcutt. She is the daughter of Monty and Julie Northcutt. Like the recipients before her, Kristen is also an FFA member. She will graduate from Monroe Central High School. Following graduation, Kristen will attend Purdue University where she will aspire to obtain a degree in agricultural business. Hammer down, Kristen. Congratulations to all of our scholarship winners and best of wishes to you as you pursue your goals at your chosen college. Greg Chalfant will now announce the first award of honor.
Looking back over the years of service to Randolph County, our first award winner has put forth lots of dedication over the years on a local level. He's been Randolph County Sheep and Goat Producer Treasurer for 36 years. He was past president of Randolph County 4-H Incorporated, served on the Randolph County Extension Board. He's been very active in our community and gives back to the 4-H program in many, many ways. Our award winner has roles in the county, the state, and the national level in the sheep industry. From 1975 through 1984, he served on the board of directors of the National Suffolk Association and is past vice president of this association. He was inducted into Indiana Livestock Hall of Fame in 2005 and has been named Indiana Master Shepherd. In 2016, he was inducted into the United Suffolk Sheep Hall of Fame. He has served on the Market Lamb Committee at the North American Livestock Exposition. Currently, he is on the Indiana Sheep Association Board of Directors and is involved in the Indiana Suffolk Sheep Association. Our winner started his Suffolk sheep. This might sound familiar to you just a little bit. He started his flock as a 4-H project. He bought 9 ewes and rams in partnership with his dad. Over the years, his flock has expanded. Dwayne and his wife Marcia own and operate Sickles Club lambs and meat goats. The flock currently has about 70 ewes and 12 board cross does. Dwayne and Marcia continue to keep accurate records of genetics, pedigrees, and with Dwayne keeping his own replacement ewes and reaching out with new rams. This January will mark his 65th lamb crop. One of Dwayne's passions is teaching youth through livestock. He enjoys supporting 4-H FFA judging contests and has judged numerous jackpot and county fair shows, as well as market lamb showmanship at the 2010 North American Livestock Exposition. They have had row crops with their son Greg, which now farms, but Dwayne and Marcia also own and operate Sickles Tree Farm, selling Christmas trees south of Winchester. This was originally a cornfield, and now they celebrate 29 years of selling trees. Dwayne and his wife Marcia enjoy spending time with their family, their 2 sons, Dexter, who resides in Fortville, and Greg and his wife Jeanette, who reside south of Winchester. They enjoy spoiling and spending quality time with their 7 grandchildren. They're excited to watch their grandchildren develop a passion for the livestock industry and the 4-H program. Congratulations. Dwayne Sickles. Now Nancy will do the second report of honor.
Okay, our second Award of Honor recipient has lived and worked and mentored in Lind, Indiana, and Randolph County for 30 years, along with many other counties and states. Our recipient is raised with 3 brothers on a 200-acre farm with hog and cattle operation in West Branch, Iowa. He was active in 4-H, FFA, and showed hogs at the county, state, and national levels. While growing up, he and his brothers formed a livestock judging team through their 4-H club and represented Iowa at local, state, and national judging contests. When he was 14, he won an Iowa State Champion market hog carcass, and as a result won a gold cast pork chop while appearing on television. While a student at Iowa State University studying animal sciences, he was the pork producer president and very active in block and bridle. After graduation, he went on then to work at the Iowa Extension for a few years. After Extension, he moved his family to Randolph County as he was called into the full-time ministry. As a pastor, he wanted to lead people to see their full potential spiritually and encourage many to nurture their God-given talents and gifts. While a full-time pastor, he continued to support 4-H and FFA chapters, as well as assisting and facilitating many swine and shows and judging contests. While he took a few years off from pastoring, he worked for many well-known swine operations such as Birchwood, Schaefer's, Top Cut Genetics. While there, he enjoyed working closely with customers to select their boars that would best fit their livestock operations. He also enjoyed teaching people how to AI, collect boars, and share what qualities to look for when selecting show pigs. During this time, he continued to judge at a local and state swine shows and assist FFA chapters. In this community, he's always been a wonderful mentor and role model for his own sons, grandchildren, FFA members, and members of the 4-H families that he mentors in 5 different counties currently in Indiana. He enjoys sharing his knowledge and connections in the swine industry. His greatest joy is to see his kids and families reach their highest potential. He takes great pride in watching the young people as he is mentored turn around and pass on their time, knowledge, and encouragement, as well as giving back to their community. The Randolph Southern 4-H clubs in Lynn and Randolph County communities would like to honor Keith Vincent for his many years of dedication to the youth and their families in the many roles he's taken on. Keith and Debbie Vincent attend and participate in many outreach groups in the Life Spring Church in Fountain City. They enjoy time with their sons Dawson and his family in Alabama, and Micah and his family in Whites County, Indiana. One of his greatest joys is spending time with his 7 grandchildren and watching them participate in sports, activities, and of course, showing pigs. Congratulations to Keith on being recognized for your many years of service and mentoring. now Isaac's going to introduce tonight's program.
Okay, so like I said earlier, we thought we'd do something a little different this year. And we're actually going to have the FFA chapters get up here and give us a short presentation on some topics they want to talk about. So we're going to be very non-discriminatory. We're going to go in alphabetical order. So that's going to put Monroe Central up first. So let's welcome them up to the stage.
So we are the Monroe Central FFA officer team, and our slideshow is kind of going to highlight all of the new activities that we have started in the past year. So the first thing is we're going to talk about FFA week. So we do a lot of activities through FFA week, which was this past week. And we actually started a couple of new things throughout the county and throughout our school. And so the first thing is our staff appreciation breakfast. So our staff appreciation breakfast is where we thank our staff and our teachers and our maintenance crew, everyone involved in our school that they help clean up after events for us, and they allow us to go on different judging events, as well as compete against all of the different FFAs in the county.
So this year was our second annual for our ag experience. So we couldn't do it last year because of COVID, but we got to do it this year. So what it is, we had kindergarten through second graders came up from our elementary, and we had a petting zoo, and it got to plant little plants in Dixie cups, and then we had a corn product, and we just showed them what makes corn, and all that stuff. And then we also got to take them out to our greenhouse that was freshly built. But they had so much fun. A lot of them still remember from like the first time they came when they were like kindergartners. So that was cool to see that.
Now, probably our biggest event of the week was our first annual County Ag Olympics, and this was between 4 separate schools. It was Monroe Central, Winchester, Union City, and Randolph Southern. Now, you're probably wondering, well, what's the prize? You know, there's got to be something for all 4 of these schools. Well, it was actually donated to us, and it's a giant blue and gold painted concrete chicken. Now, we call it the traveling chicken. It's similar to the Oaken Bucket. It's kind of our county Oaken Bucket now. And basically at this event, we had many different games that we played. One of them, as you can see in the top left, is milk chugging, where we had to chug a half gallon of milk, and the fastest team won. Now, we did have a few participants that got a little upset stomachs. We had trash cans prepared. We were well prepared. And then our next one, similar to that, is a corn cob eating contest, which is exactly the same. We had some mini corn cobs, though, not full size. Next up, too, we had some corn cob throwing contest, which was part of our relay. We had some fun little dummy barrel racing. You know, you got a fake horse between your legs, you go around the barrel as quick as you can. We had some injuries there, but everybody's okay. Now, as you can see by some of the other pictures too, our list went Randolph Southern in 4th, Union City in 3rd, yes, Winchester in 2nd, and of course Monroe Central in 1st. Got to represent. And it was a blast. We all had fun, you know. Everybody was enjoying themselves, no matter what. It was all fun.
So this year and years in past, the officer team has went down to our elementary to teach our 5th and 6th graders about what FFA has to offer.
So we did opening ceremonies for them, and we also had a slideshow to show all the activities such as our CDEs, our LEs, that they can participate. And for a fun game, we also had a relay where they had to put on an FFA jacket, they had to grab the sick horse and run to another officer and touch their hand. Most of the 5th and 6th graders had a lot of fun, and they all told us that they were very interested in joining FFA when they get to the high school. So up next we have our service projects. So as an FFA chapter, we typically try to do a lot of service projects to serve our community. And here you can see a service project that we actually participated in at FFA camp that our officer team had went to. We actually ended up making food baskets, and we got the opportunity to donate that to our local food pantry. So that was a really exciting opportunity to serve our community. And then on the next slide, you can see our newest community service project, which are the blessing boxes. So we came up with this idea knowing that our community had a need for this, and we really wanted to find a way to help serve our community. And so we filled out a grant, and we actually ended up getting the Living to Serve grant for $800, which was super exciting for our chapter. And now we're going to be able to build these blessing boxes, and you can see what they would look like here, and fill them with non-perishable food items. And this is a really good opportunity because not only does it involve our officer team, our chapter members, but it also involves classroom work where our agriculture mechanics students will be able to help build these boxes. So it's really just a good opportunity to improve our chapter and our community. And next we have our career development events. So on the next couple slides, you guys will be able to see some of the new CDEs that we've added in the past, or in this year. So yeah.
So our first new CDE that we did was floriculture. So a high school team traveled last April, and we competed at the state competition for floriculture. So we actually got to make different bouquets, and we got to make boutonnieres and things, and then we did like plant identification and things like that. And our team actually placed 4th at the state, and that was Gracie, Kristen, Maddie, and I. So we had a lot of fun with that. That's actually my favorite CDE we've done, and it's cool because we're the first team in this county to participate.
Next up, we have the Horticulture's CDE. It was our school's first time in participating in this CDE. The team consisted of myself, my little sister Vivian Smith, and Carly Hunt. We got to go to Purdue, which was a ton of fun, and basically we got to classify different plants and put them in order on how well they were or how not. And we got to judge or identify vegetables, flowers, parts of a tree, and fruits. We had just a ton of fun, and I'm so happy we added this CDE to our school.
So yet another CDE that we added this year was our Milk Quality Cde, and this is a team comprised of myself, Gracie Lee, and Clay Smith, and we were able to travel. And this one it's a very interesting one, and it's very hands-on the way you wouldn't expect. It's split into where you do a written exam over questions about the industry and quality, and then the other half is actually tasting and identifying cheeses and tasting milk and identifying issues that could be with them. So we were able to place 7th in the state for our first time doing this at our chapter, so we were very excited to do that.
So this last thing is actually not a new CDE. This is something that we have been doing for many years, but we wanted to highlight our horse judging team this year because this was the first Monroe Central CDE team at all to be able to qualify for a national contest. So this year our team placed 4th at the state, and we were able to attend the American Quarter Horse Congress in Ohio. And not only were we able to judge there, but we also got to attend clinics with some of the trainers and judges at Congress and got to learn from them. And we got to stay for 3 nights in Ohio and attend the Quarter Horse Congress and get to judge some of the horses that would be competing there. So that was a really good opportunity for us, and we're really proud of this team because it was our first team to ever qualify for a national contest. So that's all we have for tonight. We just wanted to thank everybody who makes these new opportunities available to our FFA chapter, and thank you all for your time tonight.
All right, thank you, Monroe Central. Next up, we will have Randolph Central FFA.
So good evening, everybody. My name is Kim Dirksen. I am the president of Randolph Central FFA.
I'm Ruthie Rose. I am the vice president of the Randolph Central FFA.
My name is Maddox Rose, and I'm the treasurer.
So tonight we just prepared a slideshow kind of overlaying our chapter and the activities that we basically do and what we offer at Randolph Central.
So as you can see, our numbers as a whole have gone up and increased every year by at least 20 or very close to 20 new members every year. At the start of 2019, we had 38 members, and now, as you can see, in 2022, very close to 100 members, 93. It really helps to have young kids join our program and have 8th graders start taking ag classes. They get involved and grow an interest in FFA.
So listed on this slide, we talk about various activities that we do. They're very similar to some of the ones Monroe Central does. So we, just like they did, finished up our FFA week, and we offered various lunchtime games as well as dress-up days that our whole school participates in. And that kind of allows us to gain more members because they hear about FFA and kind of hear what we're about, so that helped us. And we also did various facts that we put on the announcements each week, so it kind of highlighted some of the cool things about FFA. We also do secret families and angel tree shopping. We like to do that as an officer team. We also open that up to a chapter, so we also like to give back to our community and do that. We also do our chicken noodle dinner, so that we sell over 1,000 meals each year, and the students, we sell, we make, and we help serve all of these meals. We do a carry out. In the past, we've done carry out, and we've also done being able to eat in the commons. So this is a really good event for us, and I know a lot of community members buy these tickets from us each year. We also do our Christmas walk, so we do have a booth at the Christmas walk, and we do various activities. This year we did a photo booth, and we actually printed pictures off when they took pictures, and they also got to do a craft, so it's kind of fun for middle school and as well as elementary school to participate. And then we also do chapter meetings, and then of course mud volleyball. If you guys were here last year, we did mud volleyball. I know that was a really exciting event, so that's another that we do.
The next thing I kind of want to talk about is, as a chapter, we do attend state and national conventions each year. We've had the opportunity the past couple of years to actually be competing at these national and state levels. So at these conventions, students can attend rodeos, go to sessions, go to the expo, and it's really a good experience for students to go and see what's out there in the agricultural world, and not only the agricultural world. There's various experiences out there for you as well. And actually, this past year, we had a few students get their American degrees and state degrees, which is something very cool and very proud to be a chapter.
We offer a great deal of judging opportunities and judging teams at Randolph Central. As you can see, we do soils, livestock judging, meats, dairy, crops, and food science. The majority of these teams every year will go and compete at state and even the national contest. Our meats team this past year was placed 7th at the Western Roundup in Denver, Colorado, and we were 4th in placings. So we had great success in our judging teams. And this is just a great way for members that are older, the seniors, and
even younger members to come together on different teams and get to know each other.
Okay, so we obviously offer monthly meetings for FFA, kind of to talk about various events that are coming up and like different things that are going on. But at these events and meetings, we like to have some fun. So we have some pictures on there. So we did in our last meeting last year, we kind of had it at the drive-in. So we had fun and games at the beginning. We did volleyball, and then we ended it at the drive-in, watched a movie. And then we have our fall kickoff, and that one we did have, we had different like eating contests, and we also carved pumpkins and played various games if you see in the picture. And then our Christmas party, that was a big hit. We had lots of kids come to that. And then, we also like to eat at every single meeting. So we have themed meetings. So we've had, tacos, and our next meeting we do plan on doing a dessert night. So we're gonna have everybody bring desserts if they would like. So we also talk about different things and different activities coming up as well.
Okay, so our officer team actually has responsibilities of their own, not just within the chapter, but as a person as a whole as well. And some of the things the officers are in charge of are our chapter leadership activities and community service. We also do officer training. We plan meetings and affiliate the meetings ourselves. We do have a big role in FFA week as well. As Ruthie stated last week, we did various activities, lunchtime games, and we even took a bus out to FFA Olympics, which was very fun. Monroe Central, good job with that. We also serve as mentors for the younger members, so we do have like vice presidents, we have co-vice presidents, and then we do have committees. That way younger members do get a chance to get their foot in the door. That way when us older members leave, they have that relationship and leadership that they will need to help others succeed as they get older.
Summer months present their own challenges to try to keep kids connected because everybody's away and doing their own thing, but us as a chapter, we try to do our best to keep our members connected and keep them involved over the summer. One event that brings a lot of members together is the state convention. We have a lot of kids that compete in different LDEs at state convention, or they're getting their state degrees or whatever it is that they're doing there, but a lot of kids come together for that. Another thing that we've done this past year, like they mentioned earlier, is mud volleyball at the fair. That was a big hit, and we hope that it's very successful in the future. We also have different booths at the fair where we sell ice cream or sausage or hamburger patties, anything like that. Anything we can do to try to keep members together and connected over the summer months, despite the challenges of everybody being apart.
Okay, so that is the conclusion of our presentation. We've got lots of different pictures on there of things we've done, our different judging teams and activities that we've done. And there's a picture up there, we just went snow tubing last Sunday, so that was fun. But if anybody has any questions or comments, we'd love to talk to you guys about various things that we do in our chapter.
We just want to thank you guys for letting us present to you and share what our chapter has to offer to our students at Winchester Community High School. And thanks for being here, and hope you get home safe.
Thank you, guys. Next up, we will have the Randolph Southern FFA.
Okay, so my name is Zane from Randolph Southern, and we'll be talking about crop farm. We worked with Charles and Jonathan Nicholson and Paul from Co-Alliance, Ben from Seed Genetics. We compared a seed genetics and hybrid seed beans, soybeans, along with different row spacings. We met with We met with the Nicholsons and Paul to create a plot, Yield Pro, complete a grid, soil test. Paul came and talked to ag students and FFA members about the findings and explained what the next step when to improve our soil.
Okay, so Asgrow and Seed Genetics donated seeds, the Nicholsons provided time and labor and equipment, and then Co-Alliance provided fertilizer, chemicals, equipment, and labor. When the plot was planted, the soil was 73 degrees and it was 81 out and partly cloudy. And then here's some pictures of part of it. So our field maintenance was FFA members met in June to pick up rocks, and in July, Paul joined our monthly officers meeting to scout the fields out with us. And then there's some more pictures. And then, initial results found that the seed genetics and soybeans yielded better on our test plot, and the 30 rows were highest yield, with most consistently in both seeds, genetics, and Asgrow. And then there's some more pictures. And then
All right. Hello, I'm Madonna, and I am a senior. I have been a part of FFA for 4 years now, and for the past 3 years, I have been in charge of Feed the Farmers. So I put this idea together sophomore year, and I had no idea what it would be today. So Feed the Farmers is an event our FFA has done for the past 3 years. Essentially, our members prepare and package a meal for the farmers who sign up, and the assigned member takes the meal to the field that the farmer is in. It all starts by our FFA sending out sign-up letters and the farmers sending back their orders. When we get a total count, we then buy the food needed to prepare and then prepare and deliver the food. So how many were served? The number of people served has gone up drastically in the past 3 years that we have done this, but in 2021, our FFA served 73 people. So why do we do Feed the Farmers? So normally we think of the farmers feeding us, and since they do so much for our community, we decided to feed them for a change to show how much we appreciate them. This is just a great way for us to stay connected with all of our farmers. And this is also a great way for our members to get to know the community members and our farmers in our community. So how much has it changed? The first year our FFA did Feed the Farmers, we served cold meat sandwiches, chips, a homemade dessert, a fruit, and a water. And then we got to thinking for the next year, why don't we do a warm meal for these farmers because they're probably tired of cold meat sandwiches. We then teamed up with Jason's Meat Market to buy a hamburger. They cut us a really good deal because they saw what we were doing was a really good thing. So we're really grateful for that. And then we decided that the farmers would probably like homemade treats better than stuff from a package. So I roped in my mom to making some snack mix, and then my grandma was kind enough to make some homemade desserts. We have been doing it this way now for 2 years, and it's worked out really well. The farmers love it. But in 2021, the Lynn Lions Club was kind enough to let us use their kitchen, which made this process a lot easier. So as you can tell, it has changed a lot since the first year, and I know myself and our other members are grateful for everyone who has donated or contributed to this event, and thank you to everyone who's participated, especially our farmers. Here are just some pictures. Alright, so some of the community
the 4-H trick or treat, cards for troops, food drives, Secret Santa, Christmas on Main, the beautification of Lynn's Lions Club, working the FFA Pavilion at the Indiana State Fair, watermelon sales at 4-H, and the Buyer's Appreciation Dinner. Here are some pictures. So the one to your left is us working the tractor pulls, selling 50-50 tickets. The one in the middle is us at Trick or Treat, and then the other one is us beautifying the Lynn's Lions Club. Alright, so working at the FFA Pavilion, we got to interact with other chapters and our state officers. And with doing so, we moved to different stations throughout the pavilion and walked kids through different activities and got to teach them more about FFA. And then there are some pictures. Cards for Troops, which is one of my favorites. So basically we set up a table in our high school library and put all the supplies needed to make cards. We also go down to the elementary and supply them too, so they can also make cards. And then we send them to various troops who cannot make it home during the holidays, so they have something to look forward to. Secret Santa is when our whole FFA chapter meets at the local Walmart to shop for kids in need. We split into different groups depending on how big the family is, which we normally get the biggest family. So we spend about $150 on each kid for Christmas, and then we wrap the gifts and give them to the National Honor Society for them to deliver or for the families to pick them up. Okay, Christmas on Main is basically where a whole bunch of the community gets involved and sets up different booths on Main Street. And our FFA chapter sets up a booth where we let kids write letters to Santa. And after, the following week, we write them back. And then the Buyer's Appreciation Dinner is where we help set up, pass out food, set up tables, and all that before the auction fair. And that is it.
All right, thank you guys. Next, we will have the Union City FFA chapter.
Sickles, and I'm the Union City Secretary. Hope you enjoy. My name is Rodney Sickles, and I am the Treasurer for Union City.
My name is Milo Hughes, and I'm the reporter for Union City.
And I'm Jacob Thornburg.
I'm talking about dairy livestock. Okay, give me a second. Alright, I'm going to be talking about Union City Dairy Livestock. This is a really solid year for us. We went to state and did a couple practices, and this is where we judged the cattle and the udder point. I'm sorry, I do meats. And it was a really solid year for us in general. Oh, and also for the 4-H fair. I'm sorry. For the 4-H fair, we did the soybean activity where we did basically everything soybean. We had soybean coloring packets, We had soybean, we had soybean, lip balm, basically soybean everything. Solid year for everyone in the 4-H fair. Who else? On you go.
So here are some of our members showing their animals that they spent all year hard work training them and showing them. And here's them showing their animals. You can see the two Sickles twins is really good with their chickens. Very proud of them. And then we have our pigs and our cows, of course. Very good year for all of us. Here is their wonderful soybeans that he was talking about. And then in this, you can also see other hobbies and the state fair picture. And then we worked 2 shifts at the state fair dairy bar. It was so fun. We learned quite a bit. We made grilled cheese, served grilled cheese. We served ice cream. It was a big lesson we learned. A lot. We learned a lot. This was super fun. And here's just some pictures. You can see Clay. He is our #1 member. Okay. And then state convention. This was really fun because we had people go and learn about leadership, which is always good. And we also they had sessions and they heard some retiring speeches.
So for state dairy judging, oh my bad. So for state dairy judging, we did, so you go to state and you do your oral reasons, and you, what? Oh. So you give your oral reasonings after you judge the cattle. You do about 4 classes, and when you give your reasonings, you have to talk to the judge and use like good words.
That's not right.
Yeah, that's what we did for state dairy judging.
Here we have our 2021 Leadership Cde. We had some presentations that we did, and then Quizbowl we had, I think, 2 teams, and then you can see the presentation we had. And I think they got 3rd, I think. But they did really good in that. And then our Quizbowl team, see them working very hard at their questions.
Alright, so we're going to cover 2 years of small engines in this because we didn't get to do the 2021. So we have had 2 teams each year do it. So it was me and Colton Emmerich and Rylan Blunt and Alex Spence. And Rylan and Alec have done really well at the area competitions and have qualified for state their freshman and sophomore years. So they're going to state this year, so hope to wish them luck.
Alright, I'm going to be talking about state welding. What we're really proud about for the Union City Community Junior Senior High School is that Ryan Armentrout actually was able to place 1st in state. So it was a little proud moment for us.
National Convention. Here we had a lot of fun going to all the sessions. It was super fun. You can see our wonderful selfies we took. Those are memorable. And then we went to an apple orchard. That was really fun. And we got to learn a lot about apples. This was a very special convention for us because we had one of our own members, Derek Williams, try to be a national officer. Very proud of him. And it was just really fun. We had 8 of our members go out and enjoy this. Entomology, forestry, and crops. Entomology and crops actually went to state, so very proud of them. But this is our teams for those. And they did pretty good, obviously, for one state. So I'm very proud of everyone who did that.
So we've talked about dairy foods a little bit before with the other groups, but I'm gonna go more into depth with it. So I think there's about
if I'm not mistaken, 13 or 12 different cheeses that you have to like test out, and you get like 8 of them to try to figure it out. And with the milks, it's like the defects for milks and all that, and the tests and all that. So our junior team has went to state twice, I believe. And we had a lot of fun with that at state. And yeah, it's just a lot of fun going to all these competitions.
This is a practice competition we had for dairy. We got first in it as a group, I believe, and there's our wonderful faces with our sign. And during the competition, that onion milk always gets you. It's super yummy. So this was 2021 practice competition.
Okay, back to me again, the weaker link. All right, meat judging was a very solid year for us. We placed, I don't know, that's pretty good. Very solid year for meat judging for us. It was a very, very fun time.
Here's this year kickoff. This was super fun. We got to see our state officers, and we got to bring some new kids from our school to go see what FFA was about, and we got to be in groups and just learn different things about FFA. I think they all enjoyed it. They all had fun. Everyone seemed to be happy. That's what matters.
So we went to the farm show down in Louisville just a couple weeks ago, and it was really fun because we got to stay the night in a hotel, and we saw a lot of educational places. We got to talk to a couple of college students about something, and I think it was a lot of fun for all of us. And so for our FFA week, we did the staff appreciation breakfast. And we did a big thing for our Olympics at our school. We do more of a staff versus student type thing, and we all compete like for the grades to win each one. And unfortunately, the staff won again this year. But anyways, yeah, we had a lot of fun with that.
Here is the one where he was talking about the staff appreciation breakfast. We woke up at like 6. It was super early, but it was super fun. And we all got to bake the food for them. They seemed really happy that day, so the students can thank us. And then during the FFA week, we had games in the foyer, which the kids seemed to enjoy, however they chose to do it. And then we had, guess how many like popcorn kernels were in the jar? We had some pretty close ones, and then we had like 58. So that was interesting. But this FFA week was super fun, and definitely was a good one. And that is it. Thank you for letting us do this wonderful presentation.
Thank you guys for that entertaining presentation. Well, I want to thank everyone for coming this evening. It's great to see this big a crowd out here to support our kids and their accomplishments. So I don't think there's too many communities around that have a banquet like this and have a community this involved with their kids. So I want to thank everyone for coming. Come back next year. Next year will be the 100th, so we'll have to pull all the stops out for that one. So before we leave, we'll have Gordon dismiss us.
I'm proud to be from Randolph County. This is neat tonight. The committee did a super job on this and putting this all together, and I think we ought to put our hands together for the committee. A lot of of blessings in this world, and one of mine is Randolph County. Growing up through the 4-H program here and being a part of this group. I kind of snuck out of the county a little. We live in the edge of Delaware now, but I sneak back over every chance I get to be with my friends and my people. And I just ask God to bless each of us. Let's pray. Our Heavenly Father, we thank you, dear God, for a community. We thank you, dear God, for friends that we can join together with, we can eat with, we can fellowship with, and we can walk through hard times with them sometimes, Lord. But somebody told me, Lord, that spring's just around the corner. They just didn't know which corner it was around, so it might be a day or two before it gets there. We thank you, Lord, for the blessings that you give us, and we thank you, dear God, for one another. But Lord, we lift up those that are struggling with the disasters of weather, the disasters of mankind against itself, and Lord, the individual and the personal disasters that some of us struggle with, the health issues and situations like that. So Lord, we pray for one another, but we pray to you, dear God, and ask you to bless our friends, bless our families, bless Randolph County. And it's in Jesus' name that we pray, and amen.
Thanks again, everybody, for coming. Have a safe trip home.